This is something that I received on 10th of October this year, so today is 9th of November, so I mean it's a month since I received that, but I didn't create a video because there are some more important videos. So this is something I received from High Council of Judiciary. So this is their website. I don't know, something's happening with my connection. So this is their site. It's a government body that is in charge of I actually have English here. In charge of administering courts. They also have they have ethical board, which is in charge of disciplinary bodies, which is in charge of when judge does something illegal, but they are not doing anything related to a lot of frauds and the most brutal violations of domestic and international laws related to monstrous murders of 3 members of my family. For instance, this guy, Judge Dan Adamovich, this judge, president of higher instance court, they're doing nothing about that, and when they are ignoring me, or this guy, when they are ignoring me, when court ignores me, especially, so that's the email I sent to them, where I directly addressed Zoran Delibašić, the president of High Council of Judiciary of Serbia. So, and instead of answering me, I received email from her colleague. He's a judge and he's a member of High Council of Judiciary. So this is that email, actually decision or notification. It's actually notification. So this is Judge Jacques Pavlovic. And he says here he is a chosen or elected member of High Council of Judiciary. So if I first look on information regarding this judge, so I find here his profile on website of High Council of Judiciary, and I also have here his profile. This is Court of Appeals of Belgrade, and this is about him. So this is December 2020, and it says here that he is involved in major drug trafficking scandal called Jovanjica. Another article about him. So I will open this. So this is that article, these three articles. Actually two, the third one was just a search. So Jovanjica is, as I said, major drug trafficking scandal in Serbia, and it's international case, which is the fact that all newspapers in Serbia are trying to hide. It is impossible that international institutions related to justice and law didn't know about that, because it was huge. So I think that I added this, yeah. So these are videos related to that scandal. This directly addresses this scandal, and I mentioned it in I think video of illegal arms trade. This one. So there is even English version. Here's the English version of that scandal, so major scandal, Jovanjica. I'm not against medical marijuana. So some people might think that I'm doing this because I'm against. What did I say? Medical. It should be medicinal. Whatever. I know there is a scene in the movie Bad Teacher related to medicinal. I think she said medicinal marijuana. Okay, so let's quickly go through this article. So this is something, this is brother of current president of Serbia, real moron piece of shit. This is one of the so-called opposition, not real leaders, but top of opposition in Serbia, fake opposition. So this is December 2020, and it says here that I can actually translate it in another fake opposition, Vladimir Gajic, lawyer, Miroslav Aleksic, that's the guy in the main picture. So these are more details, but I will just translate this intro. So judge of third basic or maybe elementary court, I'm using term elementary court, Jacques Pavlovic, who was elected as one of the members of Supreme Council of Judiciary. It's actually High Council, but what the hell? Yeah, it says here High Council of Judiciary, but they translated it as supreme. Yeah, the translation is correct. It says here supreme. It's not supreme. There is Supreme Court, but no supreme, and Supreme Prosecution, but no Supreme Council of Judiciary. Is known to the public from the dispute that Andrej Vučić, the brother of the president of Serbia, Aleksandar Vučić, led against the vice president of the People's Party, Miroslav Aleksić. Yeah, that guy Aleksić is the vice president of one of fake opposition parties, People's Party, who publicly directly connected Andrej Vučić with Predrag Koluja. I just showed video on Predrag Koluja, the owner of the agricultural farm Jovanjica, where a record amount whatever, of marijuana was found. This trial has attracted a lot of public attention from the very beginning, and the fact that it was Judge Pavlovic who got a seat in the Supreme Court. No, this is incorrectly translated. In High Council of Judiciary is even more interesting because of the prognosis of the president of the Legal Council of People's Party, lawyer Vladimir Gajic, who stated at the beginning of the year that in the next period it will be interesting to follow the speed of Judge Pavlovic's progress. So that judge tried to cover up, or maybe the better term is what he did is obstruction of justice in this related to this scandal of drug trafficking. So yeah, so basically this is the problem in a nutshell. And these are another this is another news portal. Yeah, this is basically the same. It looks, yeah, this is the same article, just in different, yeah, it says here, yeah, it's the same article. The same article. So this news portal Serbian Info just took this article and published it on their website, and it says here the source is Nova, pro-Western media. Okay, so this judge is highly compromised within the major drug trafficking scandal. This is major drug trafficking scandal in Europe, which can be learned from this video, Jovanjica's indictment. So these are some basic info about this guy. So he's my neighbor. This place, Smederevska Palanka, is like, I don't know, less than 20 kilometers from where I live now, in countryside. Okay, so this is where he worked, blah 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 blah, English and French. So he's obviously one of his parents probably mother, because this is Pavlovic is probably his father's last name. So Jacques means, of course, that this is a French name. So this is something that's related to his previous working place, and this is outdated. but anyways, I wanted to show it. There's no picture here, and also there's no picture here as well, so somebody's hiding his picture. I tried really hard to find his picture, but with no success. So she's around my age. Some more details. He's now in third elementary court in Belgrade since 1st of May 2018. Okay, so that was about that judge, Jacques Pavlovic. I will use this as the thumbnail for this video. So as can be seen, only one article about this judge. Yeah, actually this is another one. Yeah, so this is another one where bias of Judge Jacques Pavlovic is described, because he is on the side of brother of the president of Serbia, and nothing more, at least not in the in Google search. Okay, so I'm now going to describe this, explain this decision or notification, whatever. So this is the number, and it's 28 of September. So they sent this more than 10 days after it's printed. For some reason, I don't know what is the reason. So it says here regarding my submission, and this is the trick that they're using all the time. Actually, I will use this as my thumbnail. So I explained here in one of the videos. Yeah, here, why they are using this submission trick. So he refers to something, to email. Yeah, it says here that it's sent as it was sent as email on 25th of September 2023 without the signature. It means here, he meant here e-signature, without my signature, number of the case, the name of the court related to procedure or case, and it was sent to High Council of Judiciary. So it says here that my submission, again, it's not submission, it's crime report, doesn't contain all the elements for starting procedure, and no signature, identity identity of the one who sent by the means of the law. So I cannot, this is a picture, I cannot select the text, So by the means of law on electric document, electric identification, and so on and so on. So this is these are more details from that law, which regulates, besides other things, it regulates electronic identification. So he pretends he knows nothing about my identity, but if he just opened one of my videos and went to my channel, he would see that I put this here as a way to identify myself, because otherwise I will it's illegal to put someone else's. This is my ID. To put someone else's ID, you go to jail for this. This is called falsifying ID in crime law of Serbia. So he didn't bother to check out anything, of course, on purpose. So I have 8 days since receiving this notification. Yeah, it says here it's notification to send to High Council of Judiciary the updated, again, submission. It's not submission. And with the signature, with electronic signature or in written form. If I don't do that, it will be considered that submission was not filed, and this is on law on general administrative procedure. So this is the reference to that law, and that's his signature, and so on and so on. So he pretends he doesn't know the law on criminal proceedings. So I explained here that crime report can be filed to court as well, or in this case this is like Council of Judiciary, so they should forward it. They should have forwarded this to court in charge, and this is another proof that crime report can also be filed to the court, not just to police and prosecution, which is not in charge. So he pretends he doesn't know that, because that law is above the law that he stated here, law on general administrative procedure. And the second thing is the law on electronic signature. So I already explained in videos related to Judge and President of Higher Instance Court of Smederevo that so one of these two answers, that a law on e-signature or e-document can only be invoked in certain cases, and this is not that case. And there is also probably the first instance where I address this issue is in 2018. So this video explains that. I can actually open it. So this is the video I uploaded on 17 September 2021. So somewhere here is that part related to e-signature, and I need to go to 1080. So hospital, general hospital. Yeah, so this is that part where I explained everything related to e-signature. Yeah, here it is. Here's the part. So starting from here. Oh, come on. Starting from here, so electronic mail, and so on and so on. So this is when these are three cases when they can. So this is from DA. Maybe I can see in the beginning. Okay, so this is sent on the 10th of December 2018. What's this? Yeah, so this is a glitch in so 10th of September 2018, and I will just briefly go over that one more time. So it says here, law on electronic signature. It says that in following three cases you need to ask for request verification of the one who sent email if you cannot figure out identity. So I have 600 almost 600 videos where my identity is very well documented, so almost 600 videos. So another case is if it is possible that somebody changes the content of email by the means that the connection is not encrypted. It is encrypted as far as I saw. And third case, if the data if information is confidential, which is not the case here, because I published everything on my on my YouTube channel, so he should check out everything before answering, but he pretends he doesn't know that. So I addressed this problem in actually I can go to this email, but I'm not going to do it now. So he just pretends he doesn't know how to use YouTube, G Drive, and so on and so on. So that was all regarding his notification, and the only thing that's left is to show how he's manipulating the data, the facts. And in order to do that, I just need to refer to this date. So he said 25th of September this year, and he is referring to to this email thread or email communication. So I will go here and show email I sent on 25th of September. So 25th of September, nothing here. So 25th of September. And maybe I should just do this because it will be more transparent. So this is their website email address. Maybe it's better this way. So this is what I sent them. So let's see, November 6th, this is so these are three email threads. I don't know why this shows this. It looks as if it's September 25th of September this year, but I don't see any email. This is 2021. This is 2021. So this is a bug. 24th September again, 2021, and wow. Yeah, so that's not the one. So I haven't addressed them here. I don't see anywhere at VSS. So I really don't know why is this shown. Okay. Let's see this one. So this is October, and after that it's only October, so it's not that definitely. And this is the last one. For International Association of Prosecutors. I need to check out this just for the record. So this is the first where I addressed High Council of Judiciary, where I added High Council of Judiciary to the list of recipients. Okay. National Association of Prosecutors. So this is where I first addressed them. And this is email he is referring to. Yeah, there at the end. So I haven't addressed any of the of members of High Council of Judiciary. It says here this is for International Association of Prosecutors. They never answered. And there is also a video on that. Which is here. So that's the video on that email. And there is also the playlist containing that video. So playlist related to the international institutions. Here is that video. International Association of Prosecutors. And I address here directly only President of High Council of Prosecution, Branko Stamenkovic. So that Judge Jacques pretends he doesn't know how to use email. So on 26th of September, I directly addressed President of, there's their email. This is email of High Council of Judiciary. So here, this is sent first parties for International Association of Judges, European Judicial Network, and Eurojust. And the end is just small part for President of High Council of Judiciary, Zorana Delibasic. And I ask her here if she is, actually I can translate this. Although I explained in that video. So a video on international, actually this one. So that's the video of email I sent to International Association of Judges. So I explained that, but I will again do it because it's related to the subject. So are you familiar with the most serious crimes committed by the judges of the basic and high courts in Smederevo? It's actually way more than that. It's also related to Constitutional Court, they never answered, and Court of Appeals in Belgrade, as well as the, yeah, I actually had it here. Okay, it's here. And of course Supreme Cassation Court, all in cases of monstrous murders of 3 members of my family, which also include the poisoning of 3 minor. Should be minors, this is incorrect. Details are at the beginning of this email in the International Referee Association section. In the part related to International Association Referee Judges. And further down this email. Okay, so this is just what I wrote. I just asked her to confirm that she knows what's happening because she's new, and before that her colleague was in charge who brutally ignored me. So he is Milojevic, president, former president, yes, former president of Supreme Court of Serbia. What? Again, this problem, I don't know if of spacing, I don't know if this is related to my browser because it's sort of outdated, but it doesn't look like it is. Okay, so I address here directly, not Judge Jacques Pavlovic, but President of High Council of Judiciary, and it is important to remember this date, so 26th of September, and I am going to show again that email the judge sent me to this lady Maria Gašević. She is administration office of High Council, or she's in that office, administration office of High Council of Judiciary, and check out the date. So the date is 28, so 2 days after I sent them that email where I directly addressed President of High Council of Judiciary. So it says here High Council of Judiciary. So he needed, in order to answer, because I didn't address him directly, he needed to send me decision of President of High Council of Judiciary that he can answer instead of her. So this is also what's missing here. And he also forgot quoted to mention that this email was actually sent to International Association of Prosecutors. So he did that on purpose. In the same way, all other institutions, so in first place police, prosecution and courts, never mentioned to this very day that I included Interpol in my emails, and all other institutions, but Interpol in the first place because they were first involved. None of them mentioned Interpol, so they can do this only if international institutions gave them approval to break international laws. So this is a video explaining what they are doing, and in this video I explained that only notary Bojana Babić mentioned the folder final 2 where Interpol folder, subfolder is located. So she's the only one who mentioned that. None of the state institutions mentioned that, and this piece of shit anti-corruption prosecutor Bojana Savović excluded that part, that address to final 2 folder where subfolder Interpol is located. So this is a video in so in this video's description there is the address of that folder final 2, and it contains Interpol. So they are ordered by their masters. So again, in the first place, police, prosecution and courts not to mention any involvement of any international institutions. So in the first place, Interpol is involved since let's see, what's the date, 8th of July 2019. So this can be seen here, but it's better if I open video. So it's about the lawyer Dušanka. So public warning. So it can be seen here. this video. It should be part, yeah, here's the part, because this is 2 years after I posted this on my Twitter account. So Interpol, and this is 8th of July 2019. So this is when Interpol is involved, and all of them, all of state institutions. So again, in the first place, police, prosecution, and courts refuse to mention this by in every possible way. And this judge is one of the people who is also doing this. And the second thing, that article that I mentioned of his involvement in that major drug trafficking scandal, is that article is public crime report. So not a regular crime report, but public crime report. And according to the law, and not even to, you don't even need to have this in the law. It's something more of a common sense. This judge cannot act as a judge without prosecution in charge either rejecting those charges, this public crime report, publicly. So it needs to be done publicly because it is a public crime report, or if court in charge decides that this judge is not guilty, but obviously he is guilty. He was that was abuse of power, obstruction of justice and whatnot. So I have list of crimes, crimes. So, and he should check out that list of crimes, the judge, and all the other people who are in charge of that judge, obviously High Council of Judiciary and prosecution officers who are in charge. So this is the list. I made a mistake here. So this list is missing one very important crime, and that's I don't know if maybe I mentioned this. Defamation, harassment, abuse of authority, obstruction of justice, so what is missing here is conspiracy, although I don't think that conspiracy is defined in crime law of Serbia. That's above all other crimes that I gave in that list. So if I go here in crime law of Serbia and try to find the conspiracy, it says 0, so it's not defined. And the reason I mentioned conspiracy, so Ghislaine charges six fighters. Okay, so just charges conspiracy. I'm showing this because conspiracy, at least in articles I read, was the first 6 counts. So enticement, transportation, yeah, 3 counts of conspiracy. So this conspiracy was in the first place, and I have a screenshot of that. I don't know why it's not here. So it shows that this is the most important of all the charges, but I cannot remove. Yeah, right. So there was a list. Yeah, there was a list. So I'm showing this because Jeffrey Epstein scandal is the worst scandal in the history of humankind. So when you have a lot of people involved in crime, then this is a conspiracy. Probably one of the worst charges you can get. So that would be all regarding Judge Jacques Pavlovic, who first cannot act because there is a public crime report against him in major drug trafficking scandal, international scandal. Second, I didn't address him and he didn't provide any proof, assuming, if we assume that there is no this public crime report, but there is. But if you assume there is no public crime report, he still needed to have decision and to send me the decision of president of higher instance, high council of judiciary, that he can act instead of her, so that he can act, he can answer my question. So that was what this judge, and of course he pretends, above all of these, he pretends that he doesn't know how to use email, YouTube and G Drive, and he pretends also that he doesn't know the details on a law on e-signature or e-document. I don't know if maybe it's changed now. Yeah, it's now, it appears that it is changed. It changed the name. It's now law on electric document. So this is government quoted of Serbia. Wow. No. Okay, I don't want to open this. I don't know if this is changed, but obviously he didn't invoke any part of that law, because if he did, it would turn out that he cannot he cannot invoke any part of that law. There are no conditions to invoke that law, relevant parts of that law. And the final thing is that his colleagues, so again, Judge Milovic, president of Supreme Court, which is explained here, and another guy, so he was president of Supreme Court, so Milovic, Judge Milovic, and also of Supreme High Council of Judiciary, and this other guy, other judge, was vice president of Supreme Council of Judiciary, and he answered my question, and none of them, I repeat, none of them asked for electronic signature. So this is pure rubbish what this judge Jacques Pavlovic asked me to provide, and of course I won't provide it, because if they did nothing since 2017, when I officially started filing crime reports, so beginning of 2017, and I showed which day is today. There is no way they will do something now, and it's too late now, because I published everything, almost 600 videos on not just crime against my family, but also international organized crime, including arms trade. And he also ignores that, so he is protecting everyone related to this arms trade. And of course, it is very well known fact that crime report, because what I sent is crime report, that these emails to international institutions, these are all crime reports. So crime report can be also anonymous. He also forgot that judge Jacques Pavlovic. Okay, so that would be all regarding Judge Jacques Pavlovic, who has over his head public crime report.